Good day, fellas. It's been quite a while since I made my last video, to be exact, almost 2 months ago. During that time, I really made some progress with this free-to-play account on server 66. I'm currently in my 10th month at the end of the first week, and I'm still really successful. I will get into it a bit later. Right now, I would like to make an announcement. I am playing free to play and I'm still able to compete with all those whales, all those players who have their advantages with those VIP packages, and people are asking me how I am doing it. Except for those videos, I'm constantly talking and writing with people in Discord on my server. I would like to use this opportunity to invite you yet once again. And although I'm this successful as free-to-play, I keep thinking, what if I were to make one big initial investment in an account to get a big head start, especially now with the story campaign and things like the Void Mine. The sooner you're getting in there, the further ahead you will be long term. Therefore, I decided to make a big project starting at the end of 2023, at the beginning of 2024, where I will make one big initial investment around VIP 7, and that's a goal of 1000 euros, more or less. And for that, I would like to get your support. My goal is to get my first Imprint 4 hero in the first 2 weeks, and my first Hyperspace hero also in 2 to 3 weeks, so that I can progress in Stereo Campaign instantly, so that I can use the second Epic Magic Coin Wheel instantly, and so that I can use things like Gloom Tower, Stereo Campaign, Void Mine, and so on early on. Because with this knowledge, with these strategies, I am that successful as free-to-play, and with that big initial investment, I will have big additional boosts, like total raid buys 4 per day. I will have a offline auto limit time of 24 hours, or I will even get more XP in different areas. When using the Glory Pass, I will also get lots of additional stuff in the Galactic Gate, and for that I now started a fundraiser where I would like to invite you to donate as much as you like. It's totally optional, you don't have to, but I really would like to have the support of you, because that would show me that what I'm doing is entertaining and you would like to see more stuff like this. So basically I would start another video series parallel to this free-to-play account, the same strategies or even different strategies, figuring out which things I will do differently with a VIP 7 account, and I will leave a link down below for my GoFundMe. I already received 2 donations, there are a few more incoming, and I would love to get some of you to support me in there as well. Without further ado, let's start with this video. As I said, we are currently in my 10th month and lots of things have happened since my last video. I actually had to make a list so that I don't miss anything that happened since last video. Let's start with the Stereo Campaign. Last time I was at 1.3, now I managed to go further to 2.1, which gives me lots of more rewards in there. That's quite good. I still did it with only one Hyperspace hero with my Hyperspace Doom, which by now is Imprint 3. I also upgraded his gem a bit more, and I also upgraded his gear to maximum, like I mentioned last time. And as you can see, as for my gem, I have speed hit, and as an alternative, I have hit HP, which is good for things like Dissimulation Field or Black Hole, Gloom Tower, and so on, PvE stuff basically. Besides that, I got another gear set upgraded on my Nimir. I upgraded Warrior once. At the end of this month season, I will be able to upgrade this one to max, more or less. I currently have 47 books. I will get 40 more. I need 100, so maybe I get a few in the second Epic Magic Coin Wheel. We will see about that. I am really close to my second sub-hero. If you look into my Glory Shrine, I'm at level 25, at level 24, and as you can see, I'm really close to get my second sub-hero in here. I will probably use my Draco. I will see when the time comes. Other things that happened, as I mentioned in my last video, I upgraded my Nemir to max. I upgraded my Lilith from 9 to 10 star. And I fused 3 times Camazos 10 star. And I even have one more 5-star left because I somehow happened to get one after another. So basically that's 16 Camazos. I had so many blocking my space in the inventory, so I just figured why not use a few to be able to use them in my second team, in the Void Mine, in 3v3 arena, or in World Championship, wherever I want to use them. Besides that, I swapped my main Grimoire from Poison to Stun, which I'm using in PvP. I'm still using my Poison Grimoire, where I'm currently upgrading a few more runes, and I'm using this one in PvE areas like the Gloom Tower or the Dissimulation Field. In Ancient Ruin, they added 100 more levels. I basically finished that one instantly. Back then my Camazos were only 6 star, and now I'm able to upgrade all my 16-star heroes to 350 from 345, which was before. So that's quite a nice boost as well. As for the imprint, I'm currently working on the 4th imprint, but this one will take a while because basically the step from 3 to 4 is as big as from 1 to 3. In Black Hole, I made a big advancement. I finally managed to get into Beyonder region. My maximum was Beyonder 4, so 2 more areas basically. The good thing is every time the Black Hole opens again, I'm starting in Beyonder, where I get lots of rewards basically. I did invest 250 crystal once for those energy cores to just be able to reach the checkpoint. In Gloom Tower, I advanced to Death 7. I cleared that one. I went backwards to Death 5 and 6 because I had lots of greedy buffs. So basically the backpack buffs where I get more resources in Gloom Tower, and I'm now trying to advance even more. Some more interesting things are in Ghost Rift, which I made a community post already. I went from 18 to 20 in Scorch faction. I went from 19 to 20 in Light faction, from 22 to 23 in Demon faction. I will probably soon be able to finish this one completely, and therefore, since all of them are at least level 20, I now unlocked this one, the damage increase against hyperspace heroes in Galactic Gate. Some more really interesting things are my divinities. So I currently have 4 divinities. My newest one is the Scourge one. I didn't want that one, but he just dropped randomly. I will just have to leave this one at level 1. But I managed to upgrade my hyperspace divinity to level 110. This was only possible with those purple blazing universal souls, which I got 10 of in one auto loot event, where I exchanged lots of those materials with a few energy crystals to get these materials to upgrade this hyperspace divinity to level 110. And I am now upgrading my priest divinity as high as possible. Basically level 100 is my goal, because in here I get a healing buff for my priests. I am currently using 3 different priests, 2 of which are healing a lot. So basically when I'm enhancing my healing, the exo shield will get bigger and bigger. The power of my team went from 8 million to 11 million, so that was quite a big advancement. That was because my heroes went from 345 to 350, and because I got a few bigger artifacts. I will get into that one a bit later. I'm currently still top 6 in PvP of this whole server, so that one is quite nice. So the only ones I still can't defeat are these 4 whales, all 4 in our guild, and one more which somehow forgets to progress in the campaign hall. So basically he's a big whale which isn't playing really actively. Alright, now as for my artifact, which you might have seen already before on my Doom Advocator, I'm really proud to own this sorcery pendant, because this one is really difficult to get as free to play. I basically used 400 sacred emblems to get this one. I did have to calculate and save a lot of sacred emblems, so basically this was a sprint to this event. That one was really close. I had 404 sacred emblems when the event happened, basically the arcane workshop where I was able to buy this one. So I had to use one full round of heroic summoning scrolls, 2 rounds of source of life, and 1 round of epic magic coins, although I didn't want to use any at all before I can go full events, but this one was totally worth it. Now, as my Doom Evocator is on Imprudent 3 with this artifact, he's almost at his full potential, even with the maxed priest set. Now he can control the enemies even better. Another big artifact I was able to get is the Bugle of Hope. I wasn't expecting this one at all. This one was offered in last Arcane Workshop event during the adventure trip. I somehow thought I would get the Sacred Staff, but this one wasn't offered. Instead they offered the Bugle of Hope, and the other one was the Ancient Blade, I think. Let me see if I can find this one. This one was basically the second one, also a good one, but in compared to Bugle of Hope, this one is a bit worse in my opinion. As for the Bugle of Hope, this one is a really good and rare artifact. A few years ago, this one was only an artifact which was available for whales basically, or to be more precise, 1 week ago. It was still the same, because that was the first time that free-to-play players were able to get this one, more or less 100%, if you were able to get 110 adventure badges in the adventure trip, basically the DICE event. So how this artifact works is basically enhances HP and attack, and this immortality is really insane. So it's more or less the artifact version of Nimir, in my opinion. So if this one gets a deadly hit, he then gets a shield which protects him 3 times from any attack, and only because of that I was able to progress further in a Stereo campaign. Basically I gave my Hyperspace Doom Evocator this artifact, and he had lots of dodge, so all the enemies in there, those were really big ones, all attacked, either I dodged or I survived because of Bugle of Hope. Another interesting thing I got was a second Flame Gauntlet. Now I have 2 Flame Gauntlets which increase my attack and crit for my Chemizos. That's quite nice. For my third one I'm currently using a Light Orb, so that he just has a bit more attack after all. Besides that, I am working on my second Nimir. As soon as I get a few more materials, I can upgrade him to 8-star. He is good for the 3v3 arena, as for the second team. So what are my plans for the future? I currently have 1 more 10-star, my Bile, and I have 1 more copy, so I can make him 12-star. And my plan is to get lots of apparition copies to swap this one, so to basically replace this one in replace 7-star. But that one will only be possible when I get enough apparition copies. I wasn't really lucky so far, so I just hope to get some from Pegasus coin, from replacing Involtry, or from Star Wheels. As you can see, the percentage is quite high, so that should only be a matter of time. I'm almost at half my second Hyperspace hero again, so that one will be in 1 to 2 months, I guess. In my Dissimulation field, I'm currently fighting most of the factions on Dissimulation degree 96, some of them on 80, only the light one on 70, and the mini bosses on 50. So that one is quite good as well. It's only time consuming to swap around, so sometimes when I don't have much time, as I had these last few weeks, that's why this video took so long, I am just using the lowest degree where I can manage everything except for the bosses in this case. Depends on how much time you want to invest. As for my sacred emblems, I'm using those now for some future heroes, maybe even some apparition. Normally I wouldn't want to use those for him because he's a normal race hero. I should be able to get him somewhere else, but that really depends on how much luck I will have there. And I really want one big improvement in PvE, because I may be rank 6 in PvP, but I am really bad in PvE boss damage. As for Void Invasion or for guild bosses, that one is my next goal. Get the Hyperspace Apparition. An alternative would be my Hyperspace Nyx. I could get my Nyx to 12 star, so that one would be quite high already. But to be honest, I'm not using any rangers, so my Ranger Academy is at 0. And additionally, from what I've experienced from other accounts and from other players, Apparition is more often all-rounder. I really want that one. Besides that, until I will have enough of my Galactic Crystals, there will probably be 1 or 2 more Hyperspace heroes released, so maybe I will just go for those. Maybe that one will be the new light hero named Tur, or some other heroes we will see. This week we have the release of Ignis. Currently she's really overpowered, but she's also bugged, and she will probably get a bug fix and or a nerf really soon. What else is there to say? Our guild is still at rank 1 with double the power than rank 2, so there hasn't changed much in there. And in this week's event there is a Dragon Boat Festival blessing where you can use your lucky charms to invest in those different materials. If it's full, then you get it. You have a small chance to get it earlier. You have a small chance to get multiple of those at once. So I will just probably use my 14 from login to try to get this artifact chest. That would be really nice. And as I mentioned, I have used most of my materials. I only have 62 Source of Life, 260 Rare Summoning Scrolls, and 76 Epic Magic Coins. So there's a long way to go until I will be able to push in there hard. Now as I see it, I have lots of Void Stones, so as soon as I get a big PvE hero, I will push in some kind of Void Invasion month really hard to get some good rank reward. I'm aiming for top 3 after all. Alright guys, so that's it for today. I will probably see you in a few weeks again, because as you can see, in mid-game you have to wait quite a while to use your resources efficiently, especially since I wasn't able to save any noticeable amount of resources until now. I hope you liked this video, and I'm looking forward to your messages and maybe even your donations for my project. Until then, have a great day. See ya.